I infire Chicago now with violet joy, love. And through this love, there is the magic, alchemy of the restoration of wholeness, beauty, perfection, and harmony. I have heard your words, precious hearts. I have taken them unto my heart, and I add the alchemical, cosmic dust from my own causal body, and meld together an alchemical formula that will in time fulfill your words, of course in accord with God's holy will. The words of the sons and daughters of God upon earth have value, have deep meaning. And having received your words, I must act. I must respond. I must indeed, as I am able, according to the great law, bring forth the antidotes to the ills and the answers to the dilemmas that have plagued this city now for years and decades, and that those of you who have lived here in these environs have seen manifesting right before your eyes, often in your own neighborhoods. So by the power of the Almighty, by the agency of the Holy Spirit who sponsors this event, I, Saint Germain, invoke light from the great central sun into the heartland and into Chicago for the alchemicalization of this light, for the victory of your words manifest. Blaze through, O violet fire! Angels of the violet fire, descend now. Angels of Zachiel and holy amethyst, descend into the atmosphere here and clean up Chicago now through violet joy, love. Yes, this alchemy is a process. Yet, dearest ones, by your words and my word, it is fulfilled, first in the etheric plane, and then within the mental belt, the emotional, and finally the physical dimension of being. As you sustain your perfect vision, and as you add the momentum of your prayers, your holy thoughts and feelings, what you glean in meditation and in silence, and what you can continue to conceive of and visualize, perfected by the all-seeing eye of God, so it is a reality. Often we hear disciples cry out, "How long, O Lord?" before we see change, transformation, and transmutation here. This seems to be the eternal question for many. Yet the answer, dearest ones, is always that the change you desire to see outwardly is first made inwardly within you. So even as you have called forth the miracle light through the violet light to manifest, to fulfill your words. So receive your own words deep within your soul and feel the shift in awareness, in presence. Feel the alchemicalization of light within, to root out from within yourself anything less than the divine, that in a sense is in dissonance and not in accord with your own words, your own feelings, your own desires. When you are pure light, your words will precipitate instantaneously through your oneness with the eternal. Therefore, if your words do not come into effect immediately, continue to invoke that light, so that being pure light, you become the receptor for the holy words of the Logos through you. Now I add my own divine flavor of the violet light into this formula that we together have co-created. And beloved Portia also adds the creative touch of the Mother unto it. And the alchemy of this formula will continue to manifest for many cycles within time and space as you experience it. 7 months minimum and more if you choose to so come together, 12 of you regularly, dearest ones, at least once a month, in Bloomingdale or where you choose. When you have 12 who make that commitment, this dispensation will continue for as long as you desire. Yes, this will take some sacrifice, giving up of time for the great collective cause, that you have the numbers here to make it a reality if you choose. And I will be there as the Christic presence within the center of the circle of 12, and will continue to alchemicalize the light on your behalf for many miracles within the city to ensue. Thus it is in accord with God's will, as my Guru, the Divine Director, has authorized it this day in answer to this alchemical time together. Thank you, Divine Director, for this dispensation, and thank you to the hosts of the Lord for making it so. So it is now that we move forward, precious ones, in the light, victoriously unto our God, to fulfill our destiny in our own God presence, individualized and collective, as we say, all for one and one for all, all for one and one for all, all for one and one for all. Thank you.